Hello my friends and welcome back to the rabbit hole. How do you all feel about a bit of a long form video today? Just the chance to chat about some topics, try on some products. I mean, you all saw the title, you probably have an idea about what today's video will be covering. I do want to let you all know a few things before we get into this video. First of all, this video was inspired by a specific product that I bought during the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty. Do you recognize it? Do you know what it is? Can you believe I bought it? Yep, the KVD Apple Foundation set everything into motion. So I decided to do a bit of a try-on today of some makeup products. Now I know not everybody is into makeup. If that is the case for you, know that in today's video, I'm not going to talk about the makeup until a specific timestamp at which I will give a bunch of speed reviews. Some of you might remember this format. It's been a while since I've done it, but we're bringing it back today. If you're not interested in the makeup, feel free to dip out of this video at that point, or if you are, by chance, just here for some makeup reviews, feel free to jump to that part of this video, watch whatever portion of this video interests you, and feel free to skip whatever doesn't. I have a couple more quick notes that I want to add. So I started thinking about this video, I guess around 2 weeks ago. In the time since I started thinking about this video, I have seen at least 2 content creators come out with videos that are like this topic. But yeah, it's basically that situation of, I think a lot of content creators are probably thinking about this topic because short form content is so big. So yes, you may have guessed it, this video is indeed about short form content and my thoughts. As somebody who primarily posts YouTube videos, I'm sure you might assume that I just absolutely hate all short form content. Before I get into my critiques, what I don't like about it, I actually want to say what I do first. It would be a bit hypocritical of me to say I just hate it completely when I've started posting some Instagram reels, I've started posting some shorts too, a grand total of 2. But I absolutely want to acknowledge that I do think these shorts can have a place. I really do. I think they're great for swatches. You know, sometimes you decide on a formula, but you have to decide on the color with makeup products, and that's where shorts can be amazing. How many times have you tried to watch a YouTube video to get an idea of swatches and you have to click past the intro, you have to hit 2x speed? Come on, I know I'm not the only one that's done this, right? Right? Am I? I feel like YouTube Shorts in particular can be really helpful for kind of a sneak peek of what's coming to the channel. That's what I was aiming for with the Style Korean haul. You know I'll do long-term thoughts later. And honestly, TikToks, Reels, I mean, they can be amazing for short little blurbs of information, for comedy. Oh my goodness, they can be great for comedy. And y'all, perhaps most importantly, I have got to acknowledge that the amount of time it takes to create short-form content, it's such a fraction of the time it takes to create long-form content. I get why a lot of creators are pivoting over to it. If you want more information on that, check out Jackie Ina's video. She has a really good video explaining why she started making more short-form content. And I understand it, you know, even these reels, they can take a while, they can take several hours. But if a 60-second reel takes hours, imagine how long YouTube videos take. One thing I will say is since reels started picking up and since average people just started making them, I have had a lot more people say, oh, your YouTube channel probably takes a lot of time, doesn't it? How do you have all the time? Easy! I gave up my social life entirely. Now that I've given up on friends, I have a lot of time. No, honestly, it is really difficult to move to a new area and make friends, especially when that new area is so different from your old area. Back in New Orleans, y'all, we had such a good friend group. It's such an LGBT plus friendly place. Our friends group in New Orleans understood us. I feel like since we've moved, people keep asking us, hey, how come you and your girlfriend don't have kids? And it's asked in such a naive way that I truly would feel bad explaining the reason I feel. I think I'm just gonna start answering with, you know the storks that drop off everybody's babies? I'm really starting to think they might be homophobic storks. Sorry, I was getting stuck on a tangent. Anyway, my point is, it is really quite time consuming to do long form content. So I completely understand why creators who have been doing long form content for years are ready to get some time back to, have time for friends. But I also kind of feel like that's where it stops for me. So the very first point that I was going to make in this video, I'm now going to make a little bit shorter just because James Welch did such a good job covering this. He talked about the lack of disclosure on TikTok and Instagram Reels, and I absolutely agree. Y'all, I get so frustrated. Sometimes I've just completely closed out the Instagram app because what happens, and this has happened to me too many times, is I'll have received a product in PR. It's not yet available to the public. I'm over on my channel doing the disclosures that I have to do. This was sent in PR. It's so easy now because we used to have to explain what PR means. At this point, everyone knows. But then I'll go over on Instagram and I see the exact same product. Again, it's not available to the public, and there's absolutely nowhere in the video, in the reel, or on the post itself explaining that that was a gifted product. Nobody discloses. And I feel like it's so frustrating because here on YouTube, we have plenty of time to disclose, plenty of time. We have long videos. I guess that in a 15-second video, who wants to spend a third of it saying, this is a product I received in PR? But the consequence of it is that my comment section, not so much now, but for a while, I was really getting a lot of comments from people saying, why are you bragging about getting PR? It's really rude. Like, you already said in a past video that you got this free from this company. Now you're saying it again. We already know. Well, no, legally, I have to say it in every single video. Every single time I bring up that product, I have to tell you that it was sent to me in PR. I have to, at least if I want to do things right, and I do want to do things right. The other thing that James talked about that I just found myself nodding my head the entire time he was talking is he was talking about the word viral. Can I just say, how is anyone okay with the word viral? How do we not all hate it? Did we not all live through 2020? That is an ick word. But oh my gosh, what it has become is it's just lost all meaning. I feel like the word viral, when a company, because it's always companies that are saying, oh, this product went viral, I just tune it out completely at this point. It means nothing. And how are you going to say a product is viral when it's been on the market for a day? Maybe that's a generous statement. No, all they did is they sent it out through some kind of PR firm, and a lot of people who received it posted about it, and now they say it's viral. Boom, done. Virality. And we already covered the problem of disclosure. We have no idea if these TikTok viral products were sponsored or not, so it means nothing. It means absolutely nothing. I'm kind of upset with myself. I did a different eye look than I originally planned on, and now I don't have the right blush color. That's all right. We're going to go with it anyway. So we've covered the lack of disclosure. We've covered that virality is kind of fake. Feels a little fake to me. Let's talk about the problem of short form doesn't give you enough time to form an opinion. Just like James and Samantha, I feel like there's so much to talk about with the product that you cannot possibly ever condense it into short form content. If you are really trying to make a helpful review, you're going to talk about the way a product works throughout the day, not just the initial application. You're going to talk about the quirks of it, what makes that product different, and by it being slightly different from other products on the market, it is naturally going to be a product that some people will gravitate towards and some people will not like at all. And if you're a responsible reviewer, if you really want to help people find the right products, you are going to take the time thinking about this and analyzing products and really figuring out how to convey that effectively. And so what happens over time is you realize that it's not that products are just good or bad. It's that they all have nuance. Of all the TikTok trends I've seen, the one that I absolutely despise the most has to be that yes, no with products. Oh my, how on earth is that giving us anything? You are giving us nothing by making videos like that. What are we going for in products? What do you like? What do you dislike? Oh. But also, have you noticed that even short form is getting shorter. Have you noticed that short form is getting shorter? I just finally started making some short form content, and I'm making, 1 to 2 minute long videos, and that's now too long. They're now 15 seconds, that's generous. They're more like 5 seconds. How on earth are you gonna review a product in 3 seconds? How? You can only say yes or no, that's it. So here's my problem with dividing things into either good or bad. I feel like it is a very elementary way of looking at products. It's kind of, I'm so sorry if this sounds rude, but it's kind of a beginner's way. I just feel like anybody who's been using makeup or skincare for a long time would never tell you that a product is just good or just bad. They would tell you more about it. Here, I'll give you an example. So what's something that I don't do? I don't crochet. I don't know anything about crochet, actually. This should be a fun example. So let's pretend that I've decided to get into crocheting. So I'm gonna go find somebody who is really into it and really gets it. And I might ask, what's a good pair of sticks to buy to crochet? And if you're far more into crocheting than I rather obviously am, you might say, oh my God, Alice, first of all, not sticks. It's not sticks. I don't know what it's called though. Is it? I don't know. But you might say, okay, well, it depends on what your goals are. Are you trying to crochet this or that? Because there's different kinds of, as you call them, sticks out there for different purposes. I'm sure the same thing applies with the kind of yarn that you might choose. Maybe there's yarn for this and yarn for that. Whereas if, rather than go to somebody who's just, been a crochet hobbyist for years, if instead I went to the brands, they would probably just say, yeah, we have the best yarn and the best sticks. Because really that whole good versus bad division, it really is only what brands themselves actually do. I mean, all these brands are out there claiming their products are the best, period. And that brings me to my final point, which is why I'm still making this video, because I haven't yet seen anybody point out this part right here. And that is, you know who short form content really benefits and what it really boils down to? It is incredibly consumption friendly. Short form content is peak consumerism. Buy something because you saw a 5-second video that said it's great. This product went viral. What are you doing with your life if you haven't tried it yet? Whereas long form content gives us the ability to tell you a little more about product performance. Does it actually look like you glued a ton of teeny tiny spider legs onto your eyelid? Maybe it does. Maybe it's spiderline. What? To give more examples, do you all remember 2019 makeup YouTube? It is so interesting to think back to that time. I remember my feed being absolutely full of low buys, anti-hauls, the kind of videos that made you not necessarily just, stop buying makeup, but I feel like the overarching point was for people to put more thought into their purchases. TikTok came along and it feels like that idea has just completely flipped. And it's really fascinating because inflation is at an all-time high. You would think, if anything, people would be buying less and being more mindful about their purchases. But it's the exact opposite, because the exact opposite is trendy. Y'all are just gonna have to bear with this because it's gonna be part of the review. So just bear with me. And I feel like I have the best example ever of this, and that is this trend that I've seen, especially on Instagram Reels personally, where people start out a video and they say, products I regret buying. Applies blush too evenly. Too easy to work with. Makes my makeup look flawless. The first time I ever saw this trend, I read the comments and everybody in the comments was going, what? What? This is not at all what you said it was. It's total clickbait. So you see my point? I think that the reason why short form is doing so well, and I think will continue to do well, is because at its core, it accomplishes the idea of selling products indiscriminately. It's not really about buying the right products for your needs. It's about buying products because everybody else is buying them. So we're coming to the end of this video. You may have noticed I used some viral products. viral products in this video. That was very much my intention. I wanted to end with a lipstick that I bought from Oma. This is the Black Magic Hypnotic Impact High Shine lipstick, which I've seen them call viral so many times. I think the funniest thing to me about this is that I remember the first time these were popular. I even have the old formula right here. It's a pretty lipstick. I don't really reach for it that much because it turns out that it's a little bit more pretty on the outside, and once that wears off, it's just kind of a regular lipstick. And I want to end with this because I feel like that's my point. That is my point. A lot of short form content is on the surface. And while it looks like on the surface it will be a completely different experience, it really is just another product. In fact, no, I have one more point that I want to make. Just because something is a good product, it actually doesn't mean that we all need to go out and buy it. Especially if we already have a lot of products in that category, it truly may not be something that, you know, changes our entire perspective on, be it makeup or skincare. I mean, I've been using makeup and skincare for over 15 years. I can confidently tell you that I've never in my life found a product that has just completely changed the game for me. The idea of a single product or even, you know, a collection of products changing things, it's just not real. In the case of makeup, a lot of it is about technique. Oh my gosh, a lot of it is about technique. In skincare, a lot of it is about figuring out your skin and what your skin needs and what ingredients your skin responds best to. It's not just always about opening your wallet and buying more. Makeup speed reviews time. My God, the mileage that I'm getting out of this single glossy box, it is ridiculous. You may have noticed I started this makeup routine with some makeup already done, so really quickly, let me tell you about that. First of all, y'all, the Joah Precision Brow Pencil. This is pretty much all I use anymore. I have sometimes purchased other brow products, but I just keep coming back to this because you have to keep buying brow products so often, and it gets exhausting spending, you know, $26 on them. So I buy this at CVS, and specifically what I do is I wait for a good extra bucks offer. That's a whole world to explain. But if you know, you know. Sorry to put it that way. CVS's couponing system is so complicated. But yeah, I don't pay very much for this, probably maybe $4 to $5 after all is said and done, and it works. It works. It's great. To my own surprise, I made an order in the Sephora Labor Day sale where I bought the Lawless, the Baby the One palette. I actually really like it. So you get these 6 matte shades, and I prefer for my palettes to have more mattes than shimmers. So what you can do with these is combine these 3 to make a warmer color look, and then these for a cooler purple look, which I did today. And then you've got just 2 shimmers. You don't really need more than that. At least it all depends on how you do your eyeshadow, but for me, I actually play a lot more with the matte colors. Creating shape and all that, just a little bit of shimmer on the lid is all I need. So this was awesome, paid $15 for it in the sale. I actually like it. I do like it. Okay. I'm so mad at myself because the KVD Good Apple Foundation. Here's what happened with this. You all know it was indeed the item that was 50% off in the sale. So I made a post on Instagram and asked, should I buy this? And the second I made that post, I bought it. Had I waited, I would have noticed that not a single one of you replied to that with, oh yeah, it's great, you should definitely buy it. No, in fact, the opposite. And then when it came in the mail, I was in awe of how cheap this packaging is. It's flimsy. Look, it's flimsy. This feels like an Essence compact, and no shade to Essence. I love Essence, but their products are $3, and this was $40. This was $40 in this packaging. And this is, again, what got me going with this whole topic, because, you know, I too saw all the TikToks about this, and everybody was taking this product, they would grab their brush, swipe through it, and then just go, oh, wow, yeah, it's high coverage. Imagine that. But the thing is, and I should have known this, y'all. I should have known this. This is a cream foundation. We used to use cream foundation back when I was working as a model. Sorry, I know that's always annoying to bring up, but we did because it's great for photography. Because the idea with the cream foundation is it's actually not supposed to ever set. It's not supposed to. You use it for, a 4-hour photography shoot. So the model looks like their skin is just absolutely flawless, but over time, it's gonna start cracking. And that's fine because it's a cream foundation. So the makeup artist just dips back into the cream foundation, goes over to the model, and smooths everything out. Y'all, these products were never made for all-day wear. They were formulated for photography. So it's so interesting to, first of all, have gotten suckered into buying this, and then to have remembered all of this that I learned in my own life. So you see how this led to the whole conversation today, right? So yeah, I mean, it's gorgeous. If you are gonna be doing, I don't know, a driver's license photo or something, this would be perfect. But if you were trying to wear something like this to work, I just don't know why you would. It's just not made for that. I also used the Indeed Labs Nanoblur today. Oh my gosh, the amount of reels and TikToks that I've seen using this that have all been identical. They've all been identical. Every single one of them starts with this. I found out that this is the product that Euphoria's makeup artist used on the actors. Again, just like with this. Are you acting? Are you acting? Are you on a show right now, or are you going to an office job? It's funny with this one because I've had this for a long time, and it's fine. It's fine as a blurring product. This is a product where if you look at the ingredients, I believe it's either the first or the second ingredient is one that is commonly used to help with blurring the appearance of pores. The catch is the way the Euphoria makeup artist was using this on top of makeup, what that's going to do is help with reducing shine because of that ingredient. But if you buy this to use it as a primer, you could absolutely end up with so much pilling. Hopefully you saw that I just used a tiny amount of this and pushed it into my pores because that works. It's always worked. Just because the Euphoria makeup artist came up with a different way of using a product on the market, again, it's like my final point to this video. Just because someone likes a product doesn't mean the entire world needs to go out and buy it. But I feel like this is kind of one of the funniest examples in this whole video because I like this product. I don't hate it. But I went to look at the reviews and all of the latest reviews are all 1 star. Because yeah, I can't imagine actually replacing powder in a day-to-day life sense with this. I can't imagine it. Okay, so my little Sephora freebie, a lot of us got this, didn't we? I mean, it was at a good time. It was a gift with purchase while the sale was going on. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Beautiful Skin Radiant Concealer, 0.1 ounce for the sample. That's a great size. In all truth, though, I mean, I've already explained in other videos that I tend to like lighter coverage concealers. This is a little bit too heavy, in my personal opinion. I did get a really good shade, though. This is for Fair. I'm so glad I didn't get the absolute lightest one. I almost did, but yeah, this one, that's actually a good match from a gift with purchase. All that said, don't see myself purchasing the full size. It's just a little bit too, heavy feeling for my preferences. As I sit here with the cream foundation on my skin right now, you know what I'm saying? I went with the Benefit Box Blush today, one of the new shades. This is Shellie. I really like these. Like I was talking about in the 21 Days of Beauty videos, Benefit uses a lot of fillers in their blushes, which makes them a whole lot easier to work with. They just kind of, it's like they apply themselves. By the way, the brushes I'm using or used in this video are the Sephora collection. I love these brushes. They're all kind of smaller, which is perfect for my face. I feel like a lot of blush brushes are just huge, like this Real Techniques one. Yeah, this is the 99 Pro brush. Look at what a better size that is. You see that? I'm hoping that in the fall VIB sale, the brushes are 30% off. I want to buy a couple more. I really like them. Let's talk about these mascaras. First of all, I did buy everything else in this video, but you may have seen my Yes Style advent calendar, so I received the Clio Gel Presso pencil liner and the Neogen Extra Slim Metal Maxi Cara through that box. I really like this Clio. I cannot believe how good this eyeliner is. So easy to work with. But this, we've got to talk about this. Apparently this went viral on TikTok. Why? Why would this have gone viral? Here's the thing, it's got a place. It has a place. So because it's so fine, I'm telling you, you can push it way, way up into your lashes. But also because it's so fine, it doesn't give you any volume. I never say that about mascaras. I do not look for volume, but it gives you nothing. So what I decided to do is I paired it with the MAC Macstack mascara. This also went viral on TikTok. And I talked about this on my channel when I'd had it for maybe about 2 weeks. I was enjoying it. It is amazing for volume for about 2 to 3 weeks. But you are expected to use a mascara for about 3 months. And let me tell you, as this started drying out, it became such a flaky experience for me. I cannot keep it on my lashes. I can't. It just always ends up under my lashes at this point. And I feel like this was just too expensive for that to be what happens after 2 or 3 weeks of use. How much was this? I want to say this was $28, something like that. Anyway, no, I should be able to get 3 months out of this. 3 months of it being like it was for the first week. But you know, this isn't just a short form content problem. This is a problem of trying to get reviews out too quickly. When you have the time to do a review for 2 months, that's when you will notice these kind of quirks. Anyway, that's all I have for today's video. I actually filmed this at night because I knew in advance what I was getting myself into, so I'm gonna go wash all of this off. But thank you so much for hanging out with me. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, if 2 other content creators just made videos about this, it's not just me thinking about it, it's probably a lot of you also. What do you think? Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit the like and subscribe buttons. I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I will see you all next time.